I would like to now take the time to introduce our keynote speaker for this evening, Ms. Jenifer Rajkumar, to share a few words. Assemblywoman Jenifer Rajkumar is a lawyer, professor, and a government leader who made history as the first South Asian American woman ever to be elected to a state office in New York. A graduate of Stanford Law School and the University of Pennsylvania, Jenifer has worked across the country to empower defranchised, vulnerable, and excluded individuals at both the national and local levels. Mouthful, right? I know. Welcome, Assemblywoman Jenifer.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. Om Shanti Om. Good afternoon. I'm Jenifer Rajkumar, and I have the honor of being the first Indian American woman elected to a New York State office, and also the first Hindu American elected to a New York State office. And, Goddess Durga showered me with her blessings. And that is why I stand here today. But there are special moments in all of our lives. And a couple of months ago, I was living the life of a busy elected official and running from thing to thing, and there was a crowd around me. And out of that crowd, the crowd parted, and 3 women emerged. And they were wearing white saris. And it seemed like they had a spiritual light around them. And they said, "Hello, Jenifer, we are the Brahma Kumaris." And it stuck with me in my subconscious. And they invited me here today. They found me and I found them. And that was a truly special moment. Now, Brahma Kumaris is the largest spiritual organization in the world run by women. It's extraordinary. Let's give them a round of applause. And from their home in Mount Abu, India, to their influence in over 110 countries, every continent, Nairobi, London, here in New York City, they have an incredible influence. And today we're talking about the soul of India, Atma. And when I think of the soul of India, I think of Mahatma Gandhi, who gave up all of his material possessions, except for how many? 5. And he said he's giving up the world of material possessions so he can focus on the spiritual, uplifting people. And it's really that Gandhian idea of service that drives me in my work as a public official. Giving up all your material goods so you can focus on what matters, which is uplifting people, and by making laws that can help people in this world. It also is similar to one of my favorite poets, the Sufi poet, Rumi. He says, "Something opens your wings. Something makes boredom and hurt disappear. Someone fills the cup in front of you. You taste only sacredness." It's that sacredness that to me is public service. And you also see it in Shakespeare when he describes what he loves. He says, "Thy love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings. I love you so much that I wouldn't even trade my place with a king." And to me, that's what public service is. But let me tell you a story. When I ran for this office, people told me, "Jenifer, you're a nice girl. You got no shot." But we won. Not only did we win, but we won by the largest margin of any challenger in the whole state. And through all of that, it's my spiritual values that guided me. Values that you're all familiar with. My dad used to tell me to focus, like Arjuna in the Mahabharata. He said there were 5 Pandav brothers, and they were all asked to shoot a bird. But only one of them could shoot the bird, and that was Arjuna. And when asked why, he said, "I saw only the eye of the bird." So to this day, my dad always tells me, focus on the eye. And we both know what that means. My parents also raised me with the story of the Ramayana. And he used to tell me, my dad, that Ram could not defeat Ravan without friends and allies. He needed Hanuman, and the army of monkeys and bears. So my dad would say, no matter what task you undertake, you can't do it alone. You need friends and allies. And how true that is. For any great task, you need friends and allies. My family's story is the story of every family here. My parents came to this country with just $300 and a suitcase. My mom was born in a mud hut in India. But they worked hard, like all of our families, and here we all are, in the greatest country on earth, where anybody can be elected to office, no matter what your background, if you're willing to put the work in, and if you have that love in your soul. And coming from the world's largest democracy of India, my mom was always very proud of democracy. And she would always say, this is a democratic household. So whenever we had a fight in the house, we would solve it through the family court system. One person would be a judge, one person would be a lawyer for one side, one person would be a lawyer for the other side, and we'd all gather in the kitchen and argue it out. And that's how I grew up, in the true democratic fashion. And I considered that normal. Years later, I became a lawyer, and my mom still wonders why. But those are the democratic values that we are all so proud of, coming from the world's largest democracy. And, you know, that has truly guided me, as well as the way that we all make education the center of our households. I was raised with education as the center. So I went to UPenn, I went to Stanford Law School, and I became an attorney so I could help people. And it's been a truly tremendous experience, devoting life to public service with those Gandhian values, you know, with that love in your heart that the Brahma Kumaris talk about. They call it leading with love, governing with love. That's what the Brahma Kumaris say, which is so true. That's so resonant. I want to share with you a few things I was able to do as state assemblywoman. Number one, I bought New Yorkers a Diwali gift this Diwali, and that is that we're going to be making Diwali an official school holiday starting next year. And I was so honored to partner with Mayor Eric Adams to make this goal that we have fought for as a community for decades a reality. And it has garnered widespread support from Priyanka Chopra to the children here in Queens, who are so excited for how we are now going to be seen. We are 300,000 Hindus, Sikhs, Jains, Buddhists, and now we are being seen and recognized. Also, there unfortunately has been a rise in hate crimes against Asian communities, an exponential rise, including against the Hindu American community. And central to my first term in office was helping to bring people together to make sure we can defeat this. Because as Hindus, we don't just believe in tolerance. We believe in one step more than tolerance. Mutual respect, actively loving people of different faiths and backgrounds like they're your own. I always grew up learning that Om is God. God is Om. But Om has many forms. Om can be Krishna. Om can be Durga. Om can be Jesus. Om can be Allah. So we have a very interfaith perspective, which makes us ideal for bringing people together in unity and defeating these forces of hate. So this is just the beginning for our community. Nobody thought that I'd be standing here, but the sky is the limit. And I'm not going to be the only Indian American woman elected to state office. There's others coming. And I'm here to help you and to bring you up. So I just want to say, Om Shanti Om. I want to say happy independence, 75th independence to India. Happy Diwali, and God bless America. Thank you.